In yet another shocking incident and a rather disturbing one, a 3-year-old girl has been raped at a prominent private school in Uttar Pradesh's Noida. Shockingly, this incident happened inside the school campus despite heavy presence of CCTV cameras. The accused allegedly took the minor to a secluded area which was out of the range of CCTVs and then raped her. The girl child was so traumatized and numbstruck after this horrific incident that it was only after her parents noticed her unusual quietness that they could come to the origin of this incident. When the girl complained of lower abdomen pain, she was taken to a doctor who then alerted the parents of injuries to her private parts and possible molestation by inserting something. Now, this child who refused to go to school confided in her parents later and told them that a housekeeping staffer from the school has pricked her private parts. The accused has been arrested and a probe is underway with the school management also in the line of questioning. But remember, the school has shirked responsibility, saying the incident in question is unlikely. To talk more on this, I'm joined by Dr. Charu Wali Khanna, former member of the NCW and senior advocate, and also Advocate Anubha Srivastav Sahai, President, India White Parents Association. We're also expecting Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP UP, to join us in a short while from now. Good evening, namaskar to both of you. Let me begin with you, Anubha Sahai. As a parent, it is your worst nightmare coming true. You send your child to a school where you think the child will be safe and that the child will be learning. But time and again, this is not the first time that this has happened. Time and again, such cases come to the fore, really raising the question of how safe are our school campuses?
Thank you, Shreya, for having me on this show, and really shocking incident once again after the Badlapur incident which happened just a few months back in Maharashtra. And in spite of Honorable Supreme Court being taken, they have taken cognizance and they have issued directions also for all the state governments, NCPCR and all the authorities. Still, the schools are not, I don't know why the schools are not taking it seriously. Why the government is not taking it seriously. As far as the safety of school children is concerned, there are so many guidelines in place. Honorable Supreme Court guideline is in place. NCPCR has also issued direction to implement guidelines, but that is not happening, what I see at ground level. And the school authorities are also equally responsible. I don't know why no action has been taken till now against the school management, against the principal, against the teacher, because as far as the a 3-year-old kid is concerned, they're too small and they don't know how to handle in such situation. How come a male staff was being assigned such housekeeping work where he can take the kids along with him? So this is a very serious issue, and safety is safety is of young children or student is very important, which none of the authorities, even school and other education departments,
not just the safety of young children. Dr. Charu Khanna, just the fact that as women, we've always talked about how we're told what to wear, how to dress up, and how to conduct ourselves. But this is a 3-year-old child. This is a child who is still learning, is still grappling with the surroundings, with life around her. And you have a criminal raping her inside the school campus. And by the way, the school has completely denied the incident, saying since this was not recorded on our CCTVs, it is unlikely that it happened.
I think the response of the school is very shocking. That a school is supposed to be a safe place for children, where parents send their children to school, that they'll be looked after, cared, and they'll be taught various things. But unfortunately, we are seeing that these things are happening in school. Firstly, I think it's really condemnable that the school is trying to waive off responsibility. Every child's security is the responsibility of the school when the child is within the school premises, which includes the buses. The second thing is that I think the school should have been a little bit more sensitive and tried to kind of investigate the issue rather than not cooperating. Obviously, the school is not taking this whole issue of child safety seriously. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying something like this. As far as the incident of this child being sexually molested by the housekeeping staff. Now, I just don't understand that in India we don't seem to be serious about security and children being women and children security, and there's no concept of orientation, because we know all kinds of people from different cultural backgrounds, different mindsets are working in the workplace, whether it's a school, whether it's a hospital, etc. So should not the school, before employing or at the time of employing someone, be giving them an orientation that please do not touch the children in an inappropriate manner? All children are being taught good touch and bad touch nowadays. So I think literally almost all children from a very young age know it. But what about the persons who are the predators? It's very sad that the NHFS figure number 5, they say that in every 35% of married men, women have been abused. That means every third married woman has been sexually or physically abused by a husband. This is about married women, 1 into 3. So every woman, if including you and me, have been groped on the road. Who is doing this? What is this mindset of the predators? What is happening to the Sanskriti, the sanskar of our country? Should we not somehow engage with boys at a very young age? Boys, so that they grow up to be more sensitive and responsible.
That's right, Dr. Charu. You're
men.
making fair points. But let me also get in Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP UP, who's joined us on the broadcast. Arvind Kumar Jain, the most important and perhaps the first and the simplest question in this entire shocking incident is, how do we make our schools safe? If not our schools, then which place will be safe? Already we have data suggesting that girls are raped by known people within their houses, within their family and friends circle. That's the large number of, rapists and predators that you have. They are known to the girls. This is inside the house. When you come to schools, how do we make our schools safe?
Will have to be made safe. There are no two opinions about it. When the parents send the young children to the school, they are confident, they are sure that nothing will happen to their child. And if such an incident happens, and I'm very shocked that school administration has denied that it has not taken place in the school campus. If it has not taken place in the school campus, where the incident has taken place, why every part of the school is not covered by CCTV? They take charge so much of fees. Why can't they cover it with the CCTVs? Why can't they get the character verification done of all these people? Watch should be kept by principal, teachers, housekeeping staff, on other staff members also. How can he take the girl to a secluded place in the school and attempt rape on her? So she's a 3-year-old girl. She doesn't even know what is happening to her. So when she was in pain, she naturally told her parents. The school should come out with it, should admit it, and should take different action against them. I think action should be taken against such a school also, whether it's a famous school or children of some very famous personalities. They study there. It shouldn't make a difference. Police Commissioner of Noida is a lady, Lakshmi Singh, and I think she will take action. She will take drastic action against the people who have perpetrated this crime, and action taken against the school also. Such incidents cannot be tolerated. They keep on happening at regular intervals, and it's very shocking, and it affects the psyche of the parents also throughout the country.
That's right. That's right. Anubha Srivastava, I want to understand from you, at the time of admission, are parents conveyed by the school management about, their children's safety in terms of sexual assault, in terms of such shocking crimes as rape? What sort of communication happens between the school management and the parents?
See, as far as the safety is concerned, all the private schools, they give assurance that we're having CCTV cameras and safety is a first priority. That is what they tell all the parents at the time of admission. But when the children go to school, parents are not being given access to CCTV also. There is no communication between parent-teacher association and parents. PTA is like a body. PTA, parent teacher association body, is the body which takes care of the complaints being raised by parents. So PTA is also in most of the school not in place. I don't know about this school, whether the transport committee, whether the school committee, whether the parent teacher association committee was in place or not. and the perpetrator, that is the person who molested the child, he must be aware of all the loopholes where the cameras are not working. In most of the schools, when you go, you will find out that the CCTVs are not working. Who is conducting inspection? Where is the education department? Why education officer is not conducting inspection of all these schools? These are very serious issues which needs to be taken care by the authorities, by the government, be it UP, be it Maharashtra, or maybe any other state. Everywhere we are seeing such incidents are increasing day by day, and I don't think
Yeah.
our schools and even administration is taking it seriously. So strict action, as one of the panelists said, that strict action immediately must be taken against the school. And I would also recommend that the UP government or any all state governments, even central government, should come up with a regulation that if such incident happens at any school, the school must be taken over. Immediately, the government should take over such school and should transfer the management to some other good management which can run school properly. Because I still remember the incident which happened at Haryana in the Ryan school where a small kid was killed inside the school. The Pinto family, they are still on bail. They are running schools. They are opening up more schools, but nothing has happened. The parent could not get justice even today after 8 years also. So strict regulations must, government must come up with
Let
strict
me take this across
regulations
to
where
Arvind
these
Kumar
schools
Jain. Arvind ji,
should not be allowed to function.
the kind of situation that we have, as Anubha said, that, lots of CCTVs don't work. They have been set up, but operational CCTVs are, is not commonplace. In fact, not just in schools, but you see the entire city, there will be CCTVs installed, but how many of them are working is really another question altogether. Along with the education department, do you think the police as well should be conducting time to time inspections about the kind of, safety arrangements that have been put in place?
Police is already overburdened. Let me make it very clear. There are so many festivals, examinations, so many things going on. Possessions are there. It's the job of the education department. They should conduct a monthly inspection that all the CCTVs are functional. But actually, these people they are either under the influence of these schools, or they take bribes, and that's why they don't act against these school managements. If they do, things will be absolutely set right within no time. It should be done. And I think UP government will take cognizance of this. Chief Minister of UP will take cognizance of it, and he will pass strict orders regarding this.
Dr. Charu Khanna, I also want to talk about why and how such cases tend to get ignored when they first come into limelight. Only when there is furor, only when social media starts talking about it, only then this kind of news, takes center stage. We start talking about it, we want the accused to be hanged, and all of that rage comes in much later. There is always that first sense of hiding or covering up this crime on part of the school. And then, of course, the authorities probing it, considering that, it has a lot of stakeholders involved in it.
I totally agree with you. It's because of the media hype that, all the authorities, whether it's the police, whether it's a school, whether any investigation which is on, but you'll see it'll lose steam after some time. And, it's very, I would say it's kind of scary because this girl's incident has come to the fore. But how many children are being sexually abused? We had around maybe 15 years ago conducted a study in cases of sexual assault. Every third or fourth case was of boy on boy. And like in this present case, because the girl was moaning and she had a stomach ache, that's when it came to light. If she had remained quiet and after 2-3 days maybe become normal, they wouldn't have. Similarly, it's only when there's bleeding, when the mother sees the boy child's, in his undergarment some blood, and then she sees some injury and goes to the doctor. But the kind of sexual abuse that is happening is unimaginable. And what are we doing? We're saying jail mein dal do, hang kar do, and he'll get justice. Nobody's going to get justice. Forget about it. You know how long the courts take to decide a case, and by the time the child would have grown up. But the fact is, what are we doing about prevention? Why are the schools not doing an orientation? Why are we not the persons who are our caregivers, for the child, whether it's a housekeeping staff, whether it's the, staff which helps the child go to the toilet. What are you telling them? How to deal with the child, how to handle? Is there any orientation? You may have 1,000 regulations. NCPCR has regulations. Supreme Court has come out with guidelines. 100 pages. Has anyone even read them? Which school knows about them? Just 3-4 basic points. Why can they not be followed?
Fair point.
But nothing is happening because it's unimaginable, the situation, the numbers. When we talk about our 140 crore population, it's a liability. The number of predators we have. We know that, there's a tendency to be a predator because it's glamorized in our media, in our films. But what are we doing to kind of curb those instincts, to teach them discipline? That is important.
There's also that reason of
We don't do anything about it. We are
Dr.
having a
Charu,
scary
given that, they come from rural backgrounds, they come from underprivileged backgrounds, they suddenly see all the glamorous city life, but nothing justifies the kind of crime that is
Nothing
perpetrated
justifies it,
on an
because
innocent
it's
life. And you make a fair point when you say that, girls as well as boys suffer from this. Girls, yeah. A lot of times boys don't even share because of the shame attached to it. When we talk about boys getting raped or boys getting sexually assaulted. And that is something that, we all have to think about as a society.
Absolutely. They become
Yeah,
predators.
go ahead,
And
Dr.
the
Charu.
cycle of violence has to be broken at some point. They become predators as men, as young boys, as husbands, as fathers, because they've been abused at some point of their life.
Yeah.
As a child. So that mental trauma stays. I mean, we know that every third or fourth child is sexually abused, whether girl or boy.
Guidelines are in place,
there.
rules are in place, but perhaps tighter implementation and a change in the social fabric and change in society, in the mentality needs to be done. If not just schools, but our cities are supposed to be safe for our children. I'll leave it there. It's a shocking incident, but hopefully something substantial will come out of it as the UP police probes this entire incident. I'll leave it there. Arvind Kumar Jain, Dr. Charu Khanna and Anubha Srivastav, thank you very much to all of you for joining us on this broadcast. With that, viewers, it's time